Hello everyone, today's topic is carbon cycle. Carbon cycle definition. Carbon cycle is this process where carbon components are interchanged among the biosphere, geosphere, pedosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere of the earth. Carbon is the chemical backbone of all the lives on earth. Carbon is found in all lives of earth required to form a complex molecule like proteins and DNAs are all made up of carbons. Carbon is also found in atmosphere in this form of carbon dioxide. Most carbons are stored in this form of rocks in these oceans and living organisms. Over millions of years of carbons and dead organisms can become fossil fuels. When human burns these fossils for energy, vast amount of carbon dioxide are released into the atmosphere. This excess carbon dioxide changes our climate, increasing as a global warming, causing a ocean acidification and disturbing this planet ecosystem. Human activities plays a major role in carbon cycles through of burnings of fossil fuels, photosynthesis process, decomposition, combustion, and land development. Before we going to see the carbon cycle, we know about what is carbon. The carbon is an important molecules in this carbon cycle, like protein, lipids, nucleic acids, carbohydrates, and other essential molecules are important for life contains carbons. Carbon is the important source for life on Earth. Carbon is present in the atmosphere as a form of gas in this form like carbon dioxide. It majorly carbon is approximately 0.04 percentage present in this atmosphere. Carbon is also present in this ocean fresh water as in this form of dissolved in this rocks and forms and limestones. Next, the steps involved in this carbon cycle. There are 4 steps involved in. The first step is photosynthesis. Second step is decomposition. The third step is respiration. And the final and fourth step is combustion. The first step of this carbon cycle is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means we all know about photosynthesis. The sunlight which absorbs by this plant and converts its energy in the form of food for its growth for plant. In the same way, the carbon are found in this atmosphere in this form of carbon dioxide involved in this carbon cycle. We know about the plants absorbs oxygen and plants pull the carbon dioxide out through the process of photosynthesis. When the carbon dioxide make less than in 1% of the atmosphere, it plays the major role in living things. With carbon dioxide and water in the atmosphere, photosynthesis produces sugar-like components of glucose. It improves this plant growth and synthesize their own food. If you have the right condition in photosynthesis process, not only this photosynthesis pull carbon dioxide out to the atmosphere, but it fuels all living as a source of energy. Photosynthesis equations is CO2 is in a carbon dioxide plus water plus sunlight gives glucose plus oxygen. Glucose is C6H12O6 and the oxygen. This is the photosynthesis process. The second step of this carbon cycle is decomposition. Decomposition is this process of breaking down the plants and organic compounds over the vast period of times. It layers of sediment in this land build on each other. Because of this pressure and heat from this in this earth crust, it generates become a fossil fuels. In anaerobic decomposition, it involves bacteria breaking down organic matter such as glucose into carbon dioxide and methane. In the carbon cycle, inorganic and organic material in the soil through the process of decomposition it will become a fossil fuels for the future uses. The third step of this carbon cycle is respiration. What is respiration? Respiration are both made up of carbon components. We consume plants, but we also breathe in the air. Carbon in the form of carbon dioxide present in this atmosphere. Animal and plants for food, energy and oxygen depends upon this carbon. Our cell respire oxygen to break down the food we consume through the cell respiration. Once consumed, carbon dioxide is released into this atmosphere of cell respiration. Plants use solar energy to break apart that same carbon dioxide in the air. Through the photosynthesis, it uses the same carbon for plant material, in turn releasing the oxygen again. The plant absorbs this air through which inhales the plant. The fourth step of this carbon cycle is combustion. Combustion means burnings. Burnings of fossil fuels. Our cars use this energy released by the burnings of fossil fuels. Carbon is also a pollutant as in a carbon dioxide. We extract the fossil fuels, combustion involves the burning them to release the energy. But it's a byproduct of combustion is the release of carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere, and to carbon dioxide increases greenhouse gas effects. When sunlight creates a molecule called glucose and sinks to the bottom of this ocean, humans discover these fossil fuels beneath this ocean. Carbon cycle. It is a cyclic process which involves in photosynthesis, respiration, greenhouse gases, volcanic eruption, deforestation, weathering, erosion, soil quality, burnings of fossil fuels, sedimentation, resources extraction, agriculture activities, fires, ocean acidification, CO2 in this ocean. Next we see about in detail. Nature of the carbon cycle. Carbon which moves from atmosphere to this plant. Next, carbon moves from plants to these animals. Carbon moves from plants and animals to this ground. And then carbon moves from living things to this atmosphere. And carbon moves from fossil fuels to this atmosphere. And finally, carbon moves from atmosphere to this ocean. Then only it is a cyclic process which involves in this carbon cycle. Importance of the carbon cycle. First one, the regulation of the climate of the earth. In carbon cycle controls the level of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. It plays a critical for maintaining the earth temperature and climate. Second one, the foundation of the life. Carbon is the fundamental element in organic molecule, making the carbon cycle essential for the formation and sustenance of the life on the earth. Third one is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means the carbon cycle supports photosynthesis for plant convert carbon dioxide into glucose, providing energy for themselves and the organisms that consume them. Fourth one is respiration. Animals and other organisms release carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere through respiration. It is a vital process for energy production and carbon balance. Fifth one is ocean carbon storage. Ocean absorbs significant amount of carbon dioxide. It helps to moderate the atmospheric carbon dioxide level and storage of carbon long-term process. Sixth one is soil fertility. The carbon cycle contributes to the soil fertility by adding organic carbon to the soil, which is crucial for this plant growth and agriculture productivity. Seventh one is carbon sequestration. The carbon cycle includes processes that store the carbon in the long-term process such as forests, soil, geological formation, helping to mitigate the climatic changes. And eighth one is atmospheric balance. The carbon cycle maintains the balance of the carbon gases in this atmosphere. It is essential for supporting the life and maintaining the earth energy balance. Ninth one is acid-base balance in the ecosystem. Carbon cycle helps regulate the pH of the ocean by controlling the concentration of the dissolved carbon dioxide, which affects the marine life. And then finally, the energy transfer in the ecosystem. The carbon cycle facilitates the flow of energy through the ecosystem by transferring the carbon through the various levels from producers to the consumers and to the decomposers. This is the carbon cycle which involved in this process. Thank you.